She wants me more and more and more. That's what's happening.
Reverse into the trickster. And so how's that feeling? She's remembering you. She wants to connect more.
I feel like I'm a trickster. I'm just, I am playing with her.
I let people any way they want to do it because you're always surprised by folks. And last thing you want to say from this rich, iridescent metallic red to Anna.
Welcome home. Okay, I'm ready. Hello. Welcome to Action Explorations. Our topic today is Way Over the Rainbow, Exploring Colors with Psychodrama. And our guest today is F Kopp. Hi, Stephen. Thank you for coming.
Hello. Glad to be here.
New online education alert. If you're studying psychodrama and would like to learn it online with pre-recorded video formats, please check out actionexplorations.education. Watch for detailed announcement at the end of this video. So we are going to do right now a short demonstration. Steve, if you could please say a couple of words on what we are going to do.
I want to look at how I might use colors to represent or to help people work on claiming their strengths and resources. I think often people are very good at seeing the positive in others more than in themselves. And I think psychodrama is a wonderful way to really ground what our strengths are, and that's what we build from. This will be working from the positive, which I think is always a good start to a warm-up. It builds cohesion for the group, it builds safety for the group and for individuals. I think will give people a tool that actually, wherever they are in training, they would be able to use.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so I want you to just, if you will, take a moment, kind of center in, if it helps to close your eyes or soft eyes, and take a couple of breaths. And just think about one quality you have that you would like to have a more visceral, tangible experience of. And just don't force it, just let it surface. And this is a gift that you want to look at today because we know you have many.
I have one.
All right. And can you pick a scarf or color to represent that?
Yes. This one.
Oh, that's lovely. And I'm going to also have you pick a color to represent a strength that you see starting to emerge in you. So something that you see, it's spring, that you see like the early growing, the early opening up.
This one.
All right. I'm envying your scarf collection. So I'm going to have you start with the blue one, that rich blue. And what I would like you to do is take a breath, somehow take that on and reverse roles with that positive quality. And I let people any way they want to do it because you're always surprised by folks.
Okay, and I'll reverse roles like this.
Yes,
so here I will do this quality.
So your strength of Anna's, and can you describe who you are and how this blue represents you?
I am Anna's ability to focus. She has me a lot, but she always complains that she cannot focus, but it's not true. She can focus.
So she doesn't always believe you.
She wants me more and more and more. That's what's happening. She is a very focused person.
And are you willing to give more, or do you think she has enough of you right now?
She has enough of me, but when she complains that she doesn't have enough of me, it means that something else is in between us.
Okay.
That's when she starts to complain.
So something makes a disconnect between you and her. Any sense what that is from your side?
There are too many things, and it feels like there is something else coming and standing between us.
And from your perspective, is there a color you would put to whatever stands between you? And could you just kind of put that over that beautiful blue for just a moment? Just drape it over a little bit, hide a little bit of it. Yeah. And what's it feel like to have part of that gorgeous, iridescent blue of you kind of muted. What's it like when that happens?
Like this, and I feel the weight on my shoulders, and it feels like everything is in the fog. And I think this is how Anna feels also.
Okay, so you think you both feel that way?
Yes.
So there's...
Maybe we are looking on each other like this with Anna.
Okay. And I'm going to have you reverse back to yourself. And if you could maybe put the blue cloth on your desk or chair so you can face it, but keep that other one for a moment and maybe just look through it at that blue. And actually, I'm going to have you hold it up almost like a veil between the two of you, because that's what you described. And look at that blue. And is there anything that you want to say back after you've heard your focus speak to you? So your focus had some wonderful things to say about the two of you working together. Is there something that you want to say back to your focus as you look through this veil?
I want so much to be connected, my focus, to you. I know you are there for me all the time, and I want to be very connected with you, but this fog is in between us.
Is there anything that might help move that fog out of the way, thin it out just a little bit? We may not get rid of it, but we may draw it a little bit thinner, almost the way a fog slowly burns off. Is there anything that you could think of that might help you be more connected to that wonderful, rich blue focus?
Actually, this it is inside me. It's just, I practice Ashtanga yoga, and there is one balance posture. And actually what I find there, as soon as eyes and mind start to be unbalanced and so actually there is like posture, and like when you stand on one leg and you lift another leg, on one foot and lift another leg, you are looking in opposite direction. So it's very tricky, but you can keep the balance only in one way. If your eyes are very focused. Eyes need to be focused only on the point. And the same then balance is coming. There is no ways, you just keep the balance. And I understand this is, if to put this metaphor in the life, how to keep the focus and being balanced. So this is coming is when mind starts to wander.
So let me have you reverse roles with that lack of focus, that veil. Yes, for just a moment. You're in Anna's life as well.
Yes, I am.
And if you were listening, she was just saying you get in the way of her focus.
Yes.
Is that something you want to do? Is that like a side effect? So what's the role you want to have in her life? What's your message to her that when she wants to really focus, you kind of create a little fog? What's your purpose in kind of fogging out there?
I feel like I'm a trickster. I'm just, I am playing with her all the time. And very often I play, she's very strong, she's very focused, and I'm just trying to trick her away from being so focused. I want to, first thing, I feel very strong here in this role. But in the same way, it feels for me, I am strong and kind of not that bad. It feels for me that I want her to play.
She kind of says you're messing her life up, but it sounds like you actually have a purpose in her life.
Yes, I want her to play. You have so much energy and everything. Just be crazy, play. Don't think about anything. Well, your life might change. You might start like dancer. You won't be like focused manager or doing your projects or therapies. You won't be that. You will be...
Is that her fear, or is that what you're telling her? Is she going to lose all those talents if she listens to you?
She is going to lose scheduled, clear, focused life. She will lose it. If she will go with me, she will have crazy, playful life.
So, color me cynical. It's my age. If she listens to you, is her life going to be out of focus? Because that sounds very all or nothing to me.
Yes, if she listens to me, her life will be out of focus.
So she'll be in chaos.
Yes, but it's going to be fun.
Okay. And I'm going to have you step out of that role and back to yourself. So I have a question for you, and I don't know why. I've had this question like a minute or two, and if it doesn't go away, I'd always ask clients. I'd be like, I can't lose this thought. I'm hearing some all or nothing focus. I can have a playful life or a focused life. like either or.
Yes.
I asked you to pick a fabric to represent something that's emerging.
It represents like patience, maybe not patience, like being like accepting.
Okay. And would you reverse roles with your acceptance? So you're Anna's acceptance.
Yes, I am.
Have you been listening to this conversation we've been having? She has focus or play, play or focus. Focus, no play, play but chaos. It's like either or. I'm just curious, do you see any way for her to keep both of those skills, assets in a balance? Because they or each sound like you got to choose me, not the other one. And I'm wondering if, as a patient piece of her, if there's any way that she can have the best of both worlds.
Yes, of course she can.
Well, she doesn't seem to feel that, and the other two parts don't seem to feel that. What's one thing you would tell her about blending those two?
Accept them both. It's all good.
And reverse back to yourself. I want you just to respond to that last statement that your patients made. Accept them both. They're both good. What do you want to say?
I feel happy that I have you both. And I feel happy that I have this acceptance or patience, or I have it also. It's not just emerging. You're strong.
Good. And so just to wrap up a little bit, I'd like you to reverse roles with either of those first two fabrics. Your choice.
Focus.
And focus, I've been listening to a conversation, and her patient's acceptance says she can have you, but also have a little bit more lightness, a little bit more play in her life. Would you be willing to do that? Would you be willing to occasionally take a day off, go out and have coffee, leave a piece of the calendar open? Would you be willing to compromise it all with her?
Yes, I am. I need vacations. I don't want to be with her, sit with her all the time.
Okay. So this would be okay for you. You want to be in her life, but you don't have to be there 24/7.
Yes.
Great. And then I'm going to have you reverse out, back to yourself. And so we're basically rewriting a few job descriptions here. So focus is willing to take an occasional vacation. Is that okay with you?
Yes.
Okay. And then can you pick the playful part that, yes, and I'd like you to reverse. But it's also the part that steps away from focus and is playful. And how is this sounding for you, this renegotiating? Do you feel you're doing what you wanted to do for her?
She needs more of this part, yes. She needs more connection
good.
with this trickster. I just can't believe that this fog turned into trickster.
Reverse out and reverse, or first, anything you want to say to your patients, anything you want to say to your trickster, anything you want to say to your focus.
I forgot about you. I had you very strong like years ago, but then I became too focused and I forgot about you, and I would like to connect to you more.
Reverse into the trickster. And so how's that feeling? She's remembering you. She wants to connect more. Focus is willing to give time for that. How does it feel for you to be validated, to be invited back in, to be seen in your accurate color, to be seen as something that's more playful and not something that's messing things up?
Thanks God you noticed me again. You need me, and it's going to be fun. I don't know, for some reasons I'm a little bit sad here. Maybe because you forgot about me for years. I had to turn into this fog. I'm looking forward in our reuniting with you.
Okay. So, Trickster, I have one final question for you. She picked that foggy color for you.
Yes.
What color do you pick for yourself?
This is a good question. I have...
And you're a trickster. You can pick as many colors as you want, actually.
I would be this. It's like red with a little bit of golden on top.
And so I want you just to hold that up, show Anna this is your true color, not that fog. And last thing you want to say from this rich, iridescent, metallic red to Anna.
Welcome home.
Reverse roles. And I want you to invite you to just somewhere, we don't have to see it, it may be down, lay the blue, lay the flowered patience, acceptance, and lay that gorgeous red somewhere out where you can see the three of them together.
So I just put it somewhere where I can see them, right?
You could put them on you, you could put them in front of you,
yes.
Whatever you'd like. But I'd like you to have the three of those in their true colors, not some fog that distorts. And then I want you to take, there's three colors, I want you to take 3 deep breaths in and just look at that image of yourself. And just pay attention to how beautiful they all look together.
And I can see myself in the camera right now?
Yes, that's what I figured. In a group, I would have a mirror or I would have an auxiliary show you.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the... It's, what I'm noticing when I'm doing this, I noticed that for this interview, I was thinking, I usually think about what I should wear today. And I was wearing this red sweater and I have this metallic things on my elbows. That's interesting. Yeah.
What we used to call color telly.
Yes. Yes. It feels very good.
So take a minute, let that come in and be conscious. And if I can use the rainbow image, the red and the blue tend to be on the other, on the ends of the rainbow. There is violet, but they're all connected and you have a pattern piece to connect them. And, who wants to see a rainbow that's only shades of red or only shades of blue? And so to look and say, look what's happening when I allow these colors to really emerge and each one tell me its place in my life.
Wow. It is the whole spectrum. Yeah, it's amazing. It feels very good.
Good. And so I'd invite you to take those off slowly, gently, and know that right now what you're taking off is fabric, but that those are actually part of you now. And we're de-rolling the fabrics, we're not de-rolling the gifts that you carry. So that those are internal and those are still there.
Feels great.
Just take a moment, take a breath or two.
Wow.
So that would be an example of using color.
If you'd like to learn psychodrama online from leading trainers, affordably and at your own pace, go to actionexplorations.education. This is my project to expand access to the best trainers in the world. It's my baby. We are working with the leading psychodrama trainers to present pre-recorded programs. The programs will include lecture, cases, and evaluations. There will be a large selection of action exploration subjects. I'm going to add from 5 to 10 modules per month, so the content will be very rich. Namaste.